I've learned to be patient these days. So I've recorded podcasts about the process itself. So it's more of like an unwinding knowledge that I've been trying to figure out. So the process itself, I have a podcast, an episode, the process. Then I have some podcast episodes about like discovering your purpose. I've written about the feeling of uncertainty. And every day I talk about it and I keep talking about the process and I keep talking about the process. Like I talked about it in I think the last time I talked about it was in you need every guy needs to hear this, the locking in podcast. And from there it just keeps solidifying in my mind. And there was this point that I reached and I was like, I've slowed down because I was walking one day in school and I just stopped and I was like, where am I where am I rushing to? Like I will never relive this day again. I will never I'll never take this walk anymore. I'll never be in school again, And sometimes when I was in 100 level, like in 200 level, I'm always thinking about, okay, when am I going to finish? When am I going to finish? And now I'm about to finish. And it's like this day was always going to come. So why was I always yearning for it? Why wasn't I in the day itself? Why wasn't I focused on what was happening at the moment in the present and always just looking to the future ahead that is still going to come. Although it's very good to focus on where you're going to be in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, or maybe like in the next period of time. But then it doesn't mean that you should not focus on the present situation at the moment. That was something I realized recently that I've been focusing too much on, or like I say, we can generalize it that we have been focusing too much on where we want to go, but then we don't always realize or like just think about the present moment itself, like how we can just enjoy it like this now. Like this will be the last time I would ever experience recording a video with you guys in this way. The next 5 years, I might be recording a video in a different mode or in a different way, in a different place at a different time. Using a different mic, a different phone or whatever. And for the most part, I feel that okay, I just want to skip to the part where I have my own studio and I have my own camera and I'm doing all this amazing stuff. But this is the part I'm also supposed to enjoy. I'm not supposed to fast forward the happiness and be like, okay, I'll be happy when I have everything I want. When I can just be happy right now with what I have. So it's something that it came up to me. It came up to me recently that you never get the time back. You're never going to sit here again. You're never going to be the same age you are right now. You just imagine now. Just when we're younger, we're always like, okay, let's be adults because there's some things that we couldn't do when we're younger. Like, we want to go somewhere, we want to drive, we want to do this, we want to do that. And like, I just want to grow older so I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. And then when you realize that you will never be this young again, it's just like what Imagazi was saying. It was like there are people that they are millionaires or billionaires that are older now that would trade all their money just to be your age right now. And it's true. There's some people that would trade all their money just live at your age right now. Like, okay, I forsake everything I had at that age because I was looking at my age in the next 5 years, what I will do in the next 5 years, when you should have experienced it right now. Because life is in the present. Life is not what will happen in 5 years because you're not even certain there's going to be the next 5 years. Life is just what is happening right now, me and you, this video. This is life. This is as far as it gets. So if you don't take a moment to appreciate this, if you don't take a moment to experience it, there will never be another time. There'll never be another next 5 years. Okay, I'm going to enjoy my life in the next 5 years. I'm going to leave. I'm going to do all this sort of whatever in the next 5 years, in the next 3 years. Postponing your happiness based on a condition. Postponing living based on a condition when you should be living right now in the present moment. I didn't say spend all your money. I didn't say do irrational things. But if you've come this far, you already understand the perspective I'm trying to pass across here. Is that you never really get this time back. And sometimes you just have to be patient. You want to get somewhere, you want to get this thing, you want to be this person, but you have to be patient enough to take the experiences in and leave it. Just leave it. Just like I wrote here, that you can never get this time back. I'm not where I want to be right now, but it's a constant journey. Just like what I said earlier, that because you're not where you want to be, in the next 5 years or where you're planning to be, doesn't mean that you should not enjoy life. There's something it's called conditional happiness, that you base your happiness on a condition. That okay, I'm not going to be happy until I make this amount of money. I'm not going to be happy until I get this person. I'm not going to be happy until I get to this position or this place. So until you get to that place, which you're not even sure you get to, you're not going to be happy. And that's a very weird way to live, because it's very uncertain. It's just like how we have already put it in our mind, or like we have made this certainty in our mind that we're always going to wake up the next day. Like, um, somebody is calling you and you're like, you know what, bro, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Like, what makes you think you're going to wake up tomorrow? I'm not trying to be sinister here, though, but it's just the condition of thinking that we have a lot of time when we really don't, and the time we have, we're supposed to enjoy it. We're supposed to cherish it, experience it, feel it. And it was also something I learned that reduced burnout, because I was always thinking about, like, I've been thinking about productivity lately and how to be productive and everything. I also recorded a podcast on it. By the time you're watching this, I doubt if the podcast has been released. I doubt though, but you hear it very soon. So I was thinking about productivity and, like, can you be productive all the time? And there was this thing that I've been trying to theorize the idea of burnout and how to, like, minimize burnout. And I came to this conclusion of the process. Focusing on the process helps you minimize burnout. So let me explain. The thing about burnout is that you get burnt out when you feel that the input of your work is not showing your output. So let me give an example. Now. You're a programmer now. You're working like maybe 6 hours a day, 7 hours a day, like on a stretch, and trying to build this product. And in the next 2 3 weeks, you're trying to now see how far you've come with building this product, and you see that the output that you're expecting is not what like it's not the amount of effort that you put in. Like, there's supposed to be more than this. There's supposed to be a lot more than this, and that's where burnout sets in. You feel tired. You're like, you know what? I need to recharge. I need to get myself in order. Now, the thing about it is that if you're always focusing on the process itself, like now, this is the process. I'm doing the video. I'm recording the video right now. This is the process. This is as far as it gets as the process. I record the video, I edit it, I do a thumbnail for it, and I put it in place for, like, marketing and whatever, or just content strategy. That's the process. And whatever happens after that is the outcome. How many people watch the video, how many people like it, how many people retweet it, or, like, share a comment, stuff like that. So I just need to focus on the process itself, this bit that I can control, and then leave the outcome to whoever wants to judge the outcome. Because if I keep maximizing my efforts, if I keep putting my hope on the outcome itself, I'm going to get burnt out. Because I'm going to feel like, bro, do you know how long I used to write the script for this video, or, like, record or edit or whatever? Like, I'm going to get burnt out. And that's the truth of the matter. So if you want to minimize burnout, you have to focus on the process itself. You have to look at, just take it in. This is it. This is the video. This is as far as it gets for me. I record the video, I edit it, I release it, and I write another script. I think about the next video, and that's it. That's the only thing I should be focusing on, because that's the only thing that's healthy. And however it's perceived, perception is, you could get feedback from it. Sure, like, okay, people are like, okay, this is your video, this is your video, this is your video, that. But other than that, you shouldn't take it as something that defines you. Because your video doesn't blow up now, doesn't mean it won't blow up in the next 5 years or next 10 years. It's valuable knowledge, no matter how you frame it. So Focusing on the process mediates burnout. You might get tired at some point though, but just focusing on your part of it, you're part of the process itself, just creating it or like curating or writing or whatever, or just the part you can control. And that's what you should focus on, and that's what to minimize burnout for you. That's basically it, guys. So my take on this is that focus on the process, to minimize burnout and just enjoy yourself while you're at it. Like life is not so next 5 years, next 10 years. Take it as it is right now and play a part in the moment. At the end of the day, you'll just be fine. So yeah, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.